to us seeing double. We're doing 2 live streams back to back. So some of you may have just been on the last live stream with Jack and Laura Castillo. If you guys enjoyed that, comment below. Now we're on to the next one. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jordan Grohl. I'm usually behind the scenes running the website, the social media, doing all the techie kind of things, right? So this is interesting for me. You know, this is my first live stream that I'm hosting here at Slightly Smoking. Oh, thanks, Austin. Hey, check out the SS fan. So I'm excited. I've got a great, phenomenal guest for you guys today. I met him on Instagram back in 2016. We'd been shooting messages back and forth, and I never got a chance to get him on the podcast or a live stream, so I'm excited. So today, our second guest we have today, his name is Alexander Magic, otherwise known as the CEOMagician. CEOMagician has been a professional for 12 years now, residing in beautiful Miami, Florida. He does a lot of restaurant and corporate magic, and he takes the approach of a businessman and salesman mindset and approach and applies it to magic. Now, because of that, he's been able to perform for some of the world's top celebrities, including Steve Aoki, Grant Cardone, Marshmello, Rick Ross, Jamie Foxx, Damon John. The list goes on and on. Alexander Magic is truly a top dog in the magic world, and he's a celebrity performer. I'm excited to bring him here to you guys today. All right, let's get him on here. CEO.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, Alex?
I'm doing great. Great, awesome introduction.
Oh, thank you. It's my first introduction, so.
Good, good. Can you see and hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
can
can see you perfectly, too, over here.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I got my lineup of magic books here.
I love it. Tarbell.
Magic, Tarbell.
Darwin Ortiz.
Oh, yeah.
And
Darwin Ortiz.
that's a Mononica, right?
Yeah, Pneumatica.
Yeah, we rolling.
Yeah. So, I've known you for a little while now. We met through Instagram.
Yes.
Back in 2016.
Yeah. I think that's when I first got onto Instagram. Right.
Yeah. And I've been following you for a while, and I'm a big fan of your work, man. You got some phenomenal stuff.
Thank you.
I really like your approach to magic and how you focus more on the business aspect of it.
Yes.
I'm kind of the same way, and I have that entrepreneurial spirit as well. So yeah, let's dive into it.
Go ahead. Let's roll.
Yeah. How did you get into magic? I know you mentioned something about Burger King.
Yeah, I mean, I think like every kid knows how to do like one trick, like whether it's the trick with the corks or it's a basic deal them down card trick or something like that. I used to yo-yo, and I used to like spin like pins between my fingers.
Okay.
And I had a stripper deck when I was much younger. And then I was working at fast food restaurants. I was like 17, 18 years old. This was back in Arizona. And while I was working at Burger King, I saw like on TLC this David Blaine marathon. It was like 3 hours of David Blaine special. And I always thought it was so cool that he just goes up to people and just be like, hey, can I borrow your earring? Can I borrow your keychain? Basic deck of cards. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So I got, back then Magic Online this was like 2006, 2007. It wasn't as big as it is right now. But I learned some simple tricks. Are you familiar with Penguin Magic?
Oh yeah, Penguin Magic. That's where I got my start. I love that site.
Oh hell yeah. I got the humming rolling card. Where you take the card and you spin and it spins in midair.
Yeah.
I got that trick. And then I started doing it at different malls and stuff like that. And I was very scared. I didn't know how to go up to people really. I didn't know like the dynamics and performance of that. And I would do magic like for a family, and I would do a couple of tricks for the kids, and the kids liked it. And then the mom would be like, "Oh, this is for you," and she would give me like $5 or $6 or whatever. I'm like, "Whoa!"
Oh, nice.
You know, I was working at Burger King the day before, making I think it was $5.65 per hour or something like that. And she just gave me $5 to do a couple tricks for the kid. I'm
Yeah.
happy, the kid is happy, and they're happy too. Otherwise, they never would have given me the money. And then a few weeks passed by. I was with this big group inside of like this boutique mall, and one of the guys managed this restaurant slash brewery called Barley Brothers, and he's like, "Hey, come on in Friday night. It's really busy. Just at the bar, do magic for people, and I'll buy you a pizza or something like that." I'm like, "Okay." So that was like kind of like my first gig. And he's like, "Oh," and then I started getting better at working and stuff like that. He's like, "Okay, now you can go table to table and stuff like that." So that's how
Oh,
kind of
wow.
started.
So that's cool. I think a lot of people kind of share the same story where David Blaine got them into magic with his
Oh yeah,
magic
it's
specials.
Blaine or it's Copperfield or they
Yeah.
saw Siegfried and Roy and the Tigers and they were like, "Damn, that's so cool." Or they saw somebody personal, their parents took them to a theater show, or they were on a
Right.
cruise ship and they saw a great magician going table to table, and they're sitting at a cruise ship restaurant. Dude walks up, does amazing magic with coins and sponge balls and cards, and that kind of gets the engines in the brain rolling. What's up, Murdoch? What's going on? Yeah,
Hey, Jack.
yeah,
Hey,
man.
so you began doing restaurant magic, and then so what was one problem that you had to overcome, and how did you overcome that in the restaurant magic industry?
The most difficult is otherwise it's getting the gig. The number one thing concerned in a
Got
restaurant's manager's mind or owner's mind is, are you going to interfere with what they're already doing? You know,
gotcha. Yeah,
it's
yeah, that
like,
makes a lot of sense.
because each restaurant has their own concept, their own theme, and they don't want you, getting in the way of the servers. They don't want you to keep the table there too long and they got to flip the table, or their food is coming and I'm still there doing magic. So that's the main issue.
Yeah,
Money,
that's
when they say
pretty.
it's too much money, it's money's on the bottom of the list. There's other things, like if I go to approach a table and they say no, am I going to say something back to them? Am I going to be rude? They're also afraid of that. Or am I gonna am I gonna disturb somebody having an anniversary
Right.
dinner or something like that? It's those are the main issues. So the main thing is to build certainty into the person that, hey, listen, I'm a professional. Dude, like restaurants is my specialty. I'm across the street at blah 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 seafood place, and I'm over here at this burger joint doing magic. You run a great pizza shop. You got families. I do my specialty is family magic. Hey, how about I come in Friday night on me and let's just try it out.
Yeah, so basically you gotta pretty much answer the questions in their mind and be aware that they're running a business themselves and they have an image
Yeah,
that they want to project and keep and
yeah, and at the end of the day, like having like a restaurant magician at their establishment, it is a benefit. It's a benefit to the
right.
restaurant. It's a benefit to the customers because they get to see great entertainment up close. And you know, almost everybody loves magic, but it's not that popular as as music, or you go to a place and they got a DJ or a band or something like that. So when they see you walking around and you got your sponge balls, you got your cards, they like that. And obviously, if the food is running late and me and you can go to the table and stay with them a little bit while the food comes out, and that keeps them
Yeah,
from complaining or writing a bad review, that benefits the restaurant too.
yeah, 100%. You know, it'd be pretty cool if you could do a trick where you make their pizza levitate.
Yes, yes. The,
That
the,
would be pretty magical.
the classic levitating pizza.
Yeah. Cool. So you began doing restaurant magic,
Yeah,
and
I
then
still do today. I mean, not right now because with what's going on, but two
right,
months to
right.
this, I got gigs and gigs lined up.
Oh, for after everything opens up.
Yeah, I mean, once everything opens up, like just the marketplace is gonna be ready. Like people are literally there's like you're in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Southern California.
yeah, there's like the beaches opened up a few days ago, right? Yeah, there's like
Ye-
people just going to the
Yeah.
beach. Same thing when like restaurants start open, people are gonna run to
That's
the restaurants. There's people that I'm gonna see that I haven't seen in 2 or 3 months. They're gonna jump and hug me, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Um, and then do you get a lot of your corporate gigs from the restaurant, or how do you go about that?
Yeah, I mean, also performing at the restaurants, besides like as an income source, because
Right.
the average magician, restaurant magician, they get a fee, whether it's $70, $100 or more. They get a free meal, which is pasta or pizza or if they're at a taco place, whatever they're eating, and then they're also getting tips from the table. So besides that income, it's a great place to market yourself. So when somebody comes and they're having a business dinner and they're like, oh, you know what? Last year at our annual event, we had blah 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 magician. Hey, do you perform at company events like this? And then you can give them your business card, or better yet, get their business cards. That way you can follow up with them later and
Right.
things like that. So it is a great way, especially I used to live in Orlando, and I would do magic at a restaurant called Cafe Tutu Tango, and just it was literally right next to the convention center. So
Okay.
when the convention ended during the day, these people would literally come and sit at the restaurant. You can see them; they're all dressed up in a suit, and I would literally be doing magic for the main manager or the decision makers or the people running front. It's a good deal, and also like every day you're performing for people, and you just get better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
Learning
Yeah. It's
points
practice.
across, doing it at home and doing it one time for a person, that's different than you've done it 500 times for people.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Benji Bruce at all?
Oh, Benji Bruce, yeah, he does like mentalism speaking. He's like me. He
Yeah.
shaves his
Yeah.
head. Purple, pinky shirt.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 good dude.
Purple
I've
Button
never
Grant.
met him or communicated with him.
Yeah. He's got a lot of great material on magic, but focus more on the business aspect of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
and
like
like
marketing,
getting.
promoting yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
how to kind of like package your brand for the right audience.
Yeah, what you said about the convention center kind of reminded me about him because
Hmm. Hmm.
he has a he has a technique where he would go to like hotels
Yeah.
and uh, their banquet rooms. He would
Hmm.
see who's having like big events that day, and then he would just sneak in to the event and he would just start performing magic and pretend like he was supposed to be there. So then that way, even though he's not getting paid, he could give out business cards and kind of network and try to get gigs that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a good way. You could also, go up whoever's running the show and to do it too. I mean, like, it's a good way.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I know you have the businessman salesman approach and mindset. Have you always had that, or is
Um,
that something that you developed after you studying Grant Cardone?
well, the thing is, when I was younger in my teens, like my mom and dad, God bless them, they never made any money in their life. So when I was younger, like we had the basics, but if on the weekends I wanted to go to the movie theater and or on the arcade, I was out of luck because we didn't have that extra money. You know, if I wanted
Yeah.
the new sneakers or the new jeans, like Abercrombie was popular back then, it's like, oh, $30 Gap jeans for $90, but you get a hole in the jeans. That's why you pay $60 more,
Oh yeah.
stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So I was playing Pokemon back then, so I would like sell my Pokemon cards. I had a yo-yo business where I would yo-yo on the streets and part-time sell them.
Okay.
And I always like was like hungry to get the gig. So like even before like I knew what sales was and stuff like that, like I would talk to a restaurant manager during the day, and then like later that, and he would say no or I'm busy, whatever. And the same day, like I would go back and I would fight. Hey, listen, just give me 5 minutes right now, please. Oh, I can't. I'm busy. I know you're busy. Give me 5 minutes, please. I'm a young guy trying to make something of myself. I promise you, I won't waste your time. Like I would like fight to be in front of them. Um,
Yeah.
and then I got this course by this dude called Zach Waldman, who's a magician based
Okay.
out of California.
Never heard of him, but
He
okay.
specializes in like restaurant magic and corporate gig. He does a lot of comedy stuff too. He's awesome. And he had this course, how to get more restaurant gigs than you can handle. I'm like, cool. It was like $85, like a bunch of videos, and I downloaded it. And literally the first like video was all about like when you wake up in the morning, you're a
Yeah.
salesperson, you're a businessman, just like a person selling car or real estate or stocks or something like that. And then it gave like recommendation of like different sales books to read, basic business books. It had like links to like YouTube videos of like free business lectures and stuff like that. And that kind of got like the gears going, where it's like I'm doing like more of a professional presentation. And the course was good too because it talked about like how do you go up to a table, how do you walk away from a table, if
Yeah. How do
if
you ask for tips?
yeah,
Things
if
like
you're
that.
doing magic for a table and the guy spills his wine all over the place, what do you do? Or I'm doing a trick and they have a baby and the baby just takes a plate and smashes it on the floor, like what do you do? So he talked about that, and he talked about ins and outs, and it's a really great course.
Huh. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. That sounds pretty interesting. What did you say his name was again?
Zach Waldman,
Cool.
ZachWaldman, Waldman,
Cool. Thanks for the recommendation.
California comedy magician.
Okay. Cool. Um, Now how did you get to be friends with Grant Cardone? I saw you were on his live stream yesterday. That was pretty good.
Yes. Did you see the whole thing or just my story clip?
Oh, I watched the whole thing. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
was
awesome.
good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like every day I read like business audios and things like that. And
Yeah.
I saw his YouTube videos. This was like 3.5 years ago. His YouTube videos, um, like his little motivational clips and his little sales tips of the day and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is cool. He's very like in
Yeah.
your face. He tells you how it is. And
Oh
then
yeah.
I
He's very
I
very real.
think I downloaded his 10x rule book, and then I would watch also once in a while his because Friday he's got a show and Thursday he does a show with his vice president, now president Jared Glenn of the company. I'm like, so it's like
Okay.
really interesting, and they're talking about being successful and making a lot of money and things like that. And then I was at my restaurant gig here in Miami called Villa Azur. Like this is like super high-end gig. Like these are like people you do magic for, and like they tip you like $100 or even more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like you go to a big ass
That's
table and like this guy's giving me 50 and that guy's giving you like, geez, you're like, where have these people been all in all my life? And I'm
yeah.
doing magic. This was during Art Basel, which is a big event here in Miami. And I see Jared Gland, a young hustler, and I see his wife, Sandy. She's amazing. And they were sitting with two clients. I go up to them, introduce myself, said I'm a 10X fan, and I did magic for them. He liked me. He saw I had the work ethic and the kind of the attitude and the presentation. And he said, "Oh, we're having this Christmas thing. Would love for you to come to the office and do magic." And then his wife, Sandy, said, "Hey, how about you be a guest on the show?" I'm like, "That's a good idea."
Oh, wow.
So we exchanged numbers. The next day I called him, then I emailed him, and then a week passes, nothing happens, and
Yeah.
it's like a Wednesday, and then the thing was on a Friday. So Wednesday I go to his office, I talk to Jared. He's like, "Let me see what I can do." The next day I go back to the office. He wasn't there, and then I called him. He didn't answer. And then the next day, when I went to the office, I finally caught him, and he's like, "Yeah, come tomorrow. I already talked to Grant. We want you on the TV show. Let's roll." So the next day, I was there. He's like, "Yeah, just wait for me. I'm on the couch." Next minute, I see Grant walking by. And, yeah, yeah, let's go. And then I was in the office, and they did he did this TV show. And then the last 10 minutes, he invited me to sit next to him. And I did magic. We talked. And then after the cameras closed, he was like asking me about my goals and like what I want to do and things like that.
Right.
And literally right after that was finished, I was in front of his sales team and his people, like 20, 25 people, like doing like a 20-minute show, like bam, 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 bam.
Wow. That's an awesome story.
Thank you.
So,
That was a really a big deal for me.
yeah, I can imagine. Grant Cardone is very well known. He's
Yeah,
huge in the.
he's the greatest in the world at what he does. He helps a lot of
Yeah.
people. Whether you're buying an $18 book from Amazon from him, or a $50 audio course, or paying $3,000 to go see him live and be front row. So I mean, he's got different things. He's got a bunch of free YouTube videos, and he just helps
Yeah.
people like through all industries.
I studied a little bit of his sales work back in the day when I was selling personal training at 24 Hour Fitness, and
Okay,
it really helped me skyrocket my sales and get a lot more clients. So,
absolutely.
yeah,
It's just, I mean, sales is everything. It's not just like selling real estate or gym membership or stocks or magic or cell phones. It's like, I have to sell myself if I want to get the right girlfriend or to get a wife, or even let's say I buy a house. I need to negotiate the mortgage. Or
yeah,
I want to get a car and they're like, "Hey, listen, we need more of a heavier down payment from you." Now I gotta sell myself. I gotta negotiate that. Or maybe I want you to come. You know, I want somebody to come to my fundraiser. "Hey, I'm doing a fundraiser. Can you come sit and watch?" And then I gotta have you
yeah.
donate to my fundraiser. For a cause. It's magic for kids with cancer or something like that. Or I want you to come to church with me or something like that.
So it sounds like in order for you to be able to get on Grant's show, it was all about being persistent and following up
Yeah,
every day, day after day.
yeah. I mean,
I know.
um, a lot of these people, the vice president and presidents of companies, they're very busy and they have a lot of things to do. So literally, once you leave or once you end the phone call, a lot of times they'll forget about you unless you
Yeah.
really put a hook on it. One of his sales guys I had dinner with said that he did it on purpose just to see if I would
Oh,
pass
wow.
the test, because
Yeah.
they're very strict on who they associate themselves and things like that.
Yeah. Lance says you always have to follow up. Most people don't follow up and don't take anything personally.
That's
Yeah, I mean
right.
that's very true. The fortune is always in the follow up. That's for
And
sure.
follow up is not just, hey, you want to buy my product? Hey, you want to buy my product? Hey, you want to buy my product? It's like
Yeah.
I call them and then I text them a magic video of me doing magic tricks, or even this, hey, I just did an interview with Slightly Smoking. I'm
Yeah.
not doing anything. And then you could do an email, or you could do oh, I'm doing a show. Here's a free ticket. How come you can come see me? And then there's like advanced stuff like you can paste them in front of a magazine, or you could have a pizza delivered to them, have a slice missing, and then be like, oh, I'm the missing piece of your entertainment success. And then they
That's
laugh. It's cute. It's kind of silly and stupid,
yeah, kind
but
of cheesy.
and then they're like, yeah, you know what? Let me give this guy 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and you just spend $15-$20 on a pizza.
Yeah.
Yes, add value.
Takes
Shout
money
out to
to.
Lance, the mentalist.
Yeah, Lance is great as well. We had him on a live stream earlier.
Oh, really? Yeah, you guys have been have like just a lot of badass people, just bam, 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 bam. Um,
Yeah, I mean we've been doing one every day for the past month now, and the our guests have been phenomenal. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. And you guys have like buskers and comedy magicians and like
yeah,
mentalists and all sorts of stuff.
yeah, um, yeah, and then it's also great to have you on here because you kind of have more of the business aspect that a lot of magicians are missing and forget to focus on.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's some people like they just do magic like for fun. There's people that like, you know, you meet a guy at the bar and he does the trick where you deal cards in a pile, or he does a trick with toothpick, but he's done that trick like so many times. He's
Yeah.
literally mastered the sleight of hand. Because the dude's learned it in college to use it to pick up girls, and he's been doing it for 30 years just for fun. So even if it's not like your business, just to learn a few tricks, just for fun, it's still amazing, and it's still magic is a beautiful art. It's so many
Yeah.
years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I've used magic to pick up girls before.
Yeah, yeah. The ladies love the magic. You've seen
Yeah.
my videos and pictures and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
The
Charm.
the ladies love the magic, especially the girls here in Miami when they're all made up and they got their boobs are all pushed up and they're all glammed up with their hair and they're like, "Ooh, yeah, let me see another trick." Ooh.
That's pretty funny. Hey, so I know you said you only had 30 minutes to hop on here. Are you okay to keep going
Yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go another 15 minutes or something. This is good.
Okay. Yeah, and then at the very end, I want to do like a little rapid fire like jam session where I just ask you like a few questions really fast, give you like 10 seconds to answer, and
I
that way
love
we
it.
could
I love it.
get some value for our
Yo,
viewers.
dancing mushroom, what's up?
Dancing mushroom. That's pretty creative there.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. We used to work together at a place. I mean, we still technically do, because a lot of places are opening up, and we'll be back to normal in 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. So she
Okay.
was working there, and I was Sunday doing magic at the restaurant. Great, great
Oh,
place.
okay. So does she dance while she's on mushrooms or?
No, I don't know. That's her tagline. She's awesome, and she's really pretty and has a great attitude.
Okay, cool. That's cool that you got some of your friends hopping on here.
Oh yeah. I mean, people come in. That's the thing with live. Like people come in, they dip out, they watch a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
they watch out, and some people they stay here, they stay forever.
Okay, I got a question for you here.
Go ahead.
What is one insider tactic that you're willing to share for those in the magic industry?
Insider tactic about.
It could be whatever you want. It's open to interpretation. Like a tactic that you use to get gigs, or um,
I
I
mean,
know, I know that's a tough question.
yeah. Yo, what's up, Greco, Eros? What's going on? Um, I mean, the number one, the number one rule is to show up. You know, it's
Show up.
yeah, show up everywhere. You know, you're walking down the street and you see two dudes and you want to do magic for them. Just show
Yeah,
up, get in front of them. Don't be like, oh, I'm tired, or you know what, I don't have my nice shirt on, or I left my Svengali deck at home and that's my go-to trick. Just show up, you know. You want to
yeah,
go, you want to go surfing, pick up a surfboard. I don't know how to surf. Well, learn it. You want to learn mentalism. There's a lot of mentalism outside. You know, do you read old books? Do you read new books? Just learn something. You want to get restaurant gigs? Just get in front of a restaurant manager. That used to be my pitch before I got anything in sales. Hey, I'm Alexander. Can I come do magic here once a week? It's $65. You know, no. Okay, thanks anyways. You know, that was it's just to show up. That would be the number rule, and to get in front of the right people as well.
yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that showing up is half the battle.
Yeah, it's probably more than that. I would agree with them. A lot
Yeah.
of a lot of arrows. They're at home. Where are they? They're
Yeah.
at home, and they'll be. I mean, I still see them walking around here. They'll be on the beach in about a month, something like that.
Yeah. Um, and we all know that sex sells.
Yeah,
We've had this conversation before about how no press is, or even bad press is good press.
yeah.
Uh, so do you kind of use that to market yourself, or
Oh,
sexy
the
girls?
the good-looking girls.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I live in Miami, so I live in South Beach. The beach is a few blocks from where I live. I mean, I pay a lot for where I live, for the access and stuff like that. Like CVS is close by. There's a bunch of restaurant gigs. Like two of my restaurant gigs that I was performing at, I literally walk.
Yeah.
They're a few minutes away walk. So you're saving that time as well. And
Got
when I'm performing at gig, it's just beautiful girls are almost like kind of like everywhere. You know, that's the thing, and you know they like the magic. Plus, they like it that like you went up to them and you were like, "Hey, I'm Alexander," or "I'm Jordan. I'm doing magic. Would love to do a couple
Yeah.
tricks for you." Oh, wow, awesome. Hey, by the way, can I do a quick trick for you from my Instagram? You know, who's your favorite magician? I
That's
would have to say myself. No, I'm kidding. David Blaine, he's the best.
yeah.
But
He's yeah.
but that's it. I mean, the people like it. It's it is what people like. And then also like they like me too. So it's kind of like a instead of swimming upstream, why just swim downstream, swim with the people. If a certain
Yeah.
type of audience, they like what you do, they're easier to go to for you to perform for them, or to market yourself to them. You can it's just try focusing on them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that makes a lot of sense. Hey, I'm on your Instagram right now, and I noticed you don't have a website. You have a
No, I have a website, but it's like a one-page thing and stuff like that. Very few people ask for it. Most
oh
people, they ask for either Instagram or they ask for LinkedIn.
oh that's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good. You want to be everywhere,
Right.
because if if I'm trying to get a person as a client, and they're only on Twitter, and that's the only way I can communicate with them, I better get on Twitter, or
Yeah.
Facebook, or like you said, or website. And there's some people I keep in contact with. You can only email them. You call them, you text them, you go to their office, nothing. You email them, they email you back 20 minutes later.
What the heck?
It's like that. Same
That's
same thing,
kind of
vice
funny.
versa. You text them, you email them, you hit them on social media, nothing. You call them, they answer right away. Or they
Huh.
do, or they do text only, or they do only face to face.
Yeah.
Arrows asks, "What's my favorite magic trick?" I'll go first.
Crazy man handcuffs.
Yeah, I like my favorite. I would have to say it's the Crazy Man handcuffs.
Okay.
The linking
That,
unlinking rubber bands.
yeah, that is a classic. Yeah.
And then the two card transfer, which I do a lot. It's where like I have the ace of spades and you have the 10 of diamonds in your hand, and I shake,
Yeah.
and then I have the 10 of diamonds and you have the ace of spades. What's your favorite trick, Jordan?
Yeah. My favorite is a trick by Oz Perlman called Blindsided.
Oh,
It's a
that's like a color changing, right?
yeah color changing deck routine.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
that one is pretty powerful. I use that a lot. So
Oz Perlman is amazing. Actually, my first Magic DVD was his Born to Perform.
ah, same actually.
No shit, really?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's where I
Yeah.
learned. It's here then there. Two card money, the Biddle trick, and ambitious
And
card.
yeah.
That's
Actually, I still use those routines to this day. I mean, I've
I use them every
changed
day
them.
too. I love
Yeah,
ambitious card.
yeah.
Yo,
Um,
Sam, what's up, dude? Andrew Garfield.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, he's right. He's literally right here.
Oh, hey,
Sam
what's
dot
up?
NYC. That's his alter ego.
What's up, Andrew Garfield? Your
Yeah,
alter ego, huh?
yeah. And then
Like,
he's a great cyclist. He always comes to one of my gigs where I used to perform a couple years ago.
oh, okay,
What's up? What's up?
very cool. Um, so you're a big fan of the ambitious card. Do you think that that trick is a little bit overused? Because pretty much every magician has that in their arsenal.
Um, it Yes and no. It depends, because the first phase is the card goes in the middle, then comes on top,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and then as long as you change it and you keep it fresh for the audience, you'll be fine. And then it goes in the middle, and it comes on the bottom, or it's not on top, but you do a color change and then it changes, and then you do it where it's in the mouth, and then maybe you do a Mercury card fold, and it ends up being folded up somewhere, or something like
Yeah.
that. But the thing is, it's a
Yeah.
classic and people love it. And the thing is, a lot of people haven't seen it. Or if they did see it, they seen it a while ago, or they seen it, David Blaine doing it in, 99 or something like that. But it's a great trick.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point. Because maybe I was just thinking from like a magician's perspective
Mm-hmm.
versus a lay person's perspective.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you bring up a good point where most people haven't really seen magic in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Especially with like close-up magic and parlor and stuff like that. I think like almost everyone, not everyone, like I think almost everyone has seen a David Blaine special or a Chris Angel special.
yeah,
And obviously now, like everyone has seen a YouTube, somebody doing magic on YouTube or on Instagram or something like that. But to witness it live, to actually see it, because it's way different. It's kind of like a cool card, seeing a big monster truck on TV. It's different than being in a monster truck rally. You're like, damn, this truck exists. And
yeah,
the just the wheel of the tire is taller than me and you. You're like, holy crap. So it's to witness it, it's different.
yeah. I think a lot of things are different actually in person than just over video. You get to experience a lot more.
Yeah.
Amount
No,
of
you're right.
yeah. Okay, well, you wanna jump into the jam session real quick?
You got any questions for me? Any other questions?
Oh yeah, I got tons of questions. I got three whole sheets here. We
Okay,
could keep going for hours.
give me a couple. How are we on time?
We got about 10 minutes left.
Okay, give me a couple questions and then we'll do the rapid fire.
Okay, we got it. Um, let's see. So, describe to our viewers one of the largest sacrifices you've ever had to make related to magic.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, it's about being disciplined and treating the art with like kind of like the respect and the hard work that it deserves. So like I can learn a trick right away and do it right away for a person. Do you know what I'm saying? But to practice it at home over and over and over again and to reread the book, did I do it right? Am I flashing? Is the coin in my hand? Um,
yeah,
is 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 the timing right? Can you see I did the false transfer? To do that, instead of hanging out with your buddies and I don't know, watching Tiger King or something like that. It's just being disciplined. It's like and being committed to it.
yeah. I mean, it's all about discipline. I think that's one thing that I've struggled with in the past. I know they always say that consistency is the pathway to greatness.
Yeah, to become great, you have to do it every day. If it's worth doing once, it's worth doing every day.
Yeah. So what are some tips to stay disciplined and stay on that track?
Well, when someone's committed, when they do two things, when they spend time and they spend money. When you
Yeah.
spend 1 hour working on your coin magic, for example, like coin magic is kind of like not one of my weaknesses, but it's something I'm working on. That means you're committed
Right.
to it. Same thing when you spend $20 or $30 on, I don't know, a David Roth DVD or on a Tarbell book, that shows commitment. That means that means you're committed to it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, sometimes in the past, this was years ago, but I would practice and practice and practice, and then eventually I would find that I would get burnt out and I would have to take a break for a little while,
Hmm.
maybe take a week or two break, and then I would come back to it and really hit it hard again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's always good, to I mean, that's where the discipline comes in, and to every day to work on your classic palm. You're like, dude, I've been working on my classic palm for 6 months every day, and I'm like, geez, come on, give me a break, you know.
Yeah.
And then you see David Roth palming the classic palm, and his hand is flat. You're like, what the hell? You're like,
That's more than flat. That was like hyperextended.
no, he does that on his on one of his lectures. His hand is like this, and he goes like this, and then he turns, and there's a coin in there. I was like, what
That's
the
crazy.
hell? I was like, whoa.
Are you sure he's not using like some
Oh, the
adhesive or
tack.
something?
No, I don't know. He can actually do it. It's like this, and he
Wow.
tap, and then he goes like this. He just taps it, and the coin falls out.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. He's a
Mm.
master.
No, he is. I think he's the best at that.
Yeah.
Give me one more, and then we'll do the rapid fire.
Okay. Let's see here. Have you ever had a mentor or coach? And if so, what was the biggest benefit of having them a part of your life?
I mean, right now, my main mentor, my main coach is Grant Cardone.
Okay.
Um, I've met Michael Amar and Daniel Garcia. They were doing lecture tours, and they came to like the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So, like, I
Oh,
love
nice.
Daniel Garcia and Michael Amar. Like, I've been watching them for years. So just to meet them is
Yeah.
like so cool. You get giddy, like, yeah, I got a picture. And I'm like,
He's
oh,
a character.
Mr. Amar, can you give me some advice in this? And he's doing his top hit with his top hit jacket, and he opens it. He's like, there's like 8 pockets in there. You're like, wow, just his jacket is a magic trick himself.
Yeah.
But having a mentor and being listening to them and making sure that whoever you learn from knows what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like learning how to do magic from some kid who just learned the trick and he's doing it on his bed in YouTube is not the best way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like learning how to make money or how to do sales or how to do a pitch from a random person is not the best way to go either. You have to say like, is this person, do I want to become like this person? Do I want to speak like this person, or do I want to do coin magic like this person? If the answer is yes, have them as your mentor. And the mentorship could be from books. Like Tarbell is basically your mentor if you're reading his books every day, even though
Yeah.
he's I don't know if he's still alive or not, but you can, from the past, the present, you can just absorb.
So you're basically talking about the law of association,
Yeah,
where you become the equivalent of the top 5 or 10 people that you
yeah,
hang out with.
the same people hang around the same people. Poor people
Yeah.
hang around poor people. Rich people hang around rich people. People who do magic hang around people who do magic. Baseball
Right.
baseball players hang around baseball players. People who are into trucks hang around truckers. People who are into fixing up motorcycles are into fixing up motorcycles. It's just the same people hang around the same people.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got about 6 minutes here,
Let's
so
roll.
let's hop into the rapid fire. I'm gonna ask you some questions, and you got about 10 seconds to answer each one. Okay?
I'm ready. I got my thinking cap on.
Okay. All right. So, what's the top book that you recommend?
The top,
Top book.
top.
Book.
What kind of book?
It could be any. It could be magic book or self-development or.
The 10x rule by Grant Cardone.
Ooh. Okay, that's a good one.
And then another
I'm
one
actually.
right now for this time is called Who Moved My Cheese?
Okay. Cool. Okay. Favorite podcast?
Um, my favorite podcast. I like Joe Rogan and Grant Cardone.
Oh, Joe Rogan is hilarious. Yeah, he's got a good podcast. Um, what is the best advice you've ever received? It,
Uh,
it could be
just just do it.
just do it,
Whatever it is, just do it.
like Nike.
Yeah. You wanna
Yeah,
you wanna do comedy, but you're not good at comedy writing or doing comedy, just do it. At the end, you'll get better.
classic. Yeah, that's a solid advice there. Okay, and last one. Um, are there any products or services that you're currently working on? And how can our listeners or viewers get their hands on them? Do you put out any original content or magic?
I mean, I have like, my magic like such a certain modified trick. So let's say the trick it's coins across, but done on the table. I do it in my hands. Or if it's done in the hands, I do it on the table. Right now, I've been doing a lot of shows like virtually over FaceTime and Zoom for people. So the
Right.
show is it's done differently.
Okay. Okay.
But
Cool.
just I haven't posted in a while. But just follow me on Instagram, CEOMagician.
Yes. CEO Magician. No underscore. Right. Just straight
Nothing, just
CEO.
clean name.
Okay. CEO Magician. And are you on other platforms as well, like TikTok or YouTube or?
Yeah, the same Snapchat, CEOMagician, LinkedIn, CEOMagician.
Awesome. There you guys go. Go follow CEO Magician. He's
Yeah,
got
man. I got some new videos I'm going to be posting. I haven't posted in a while, you know.
sick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it's been great talking with you, Alexander.
Same here,
Um,
Jordan.